Hello and welcome to BitBoy Crypto. I am your host, BitBoy. Today we're bringing you another episode of your favorite game show, Hodl, Trade, or Dump, where we look at different projects and I let you guys know which one I would hodl, which one I would trade, and which one I would dump. So we'll go over the rules of the game in just a minute, but if you're not a member of our community, make sure that you are. Hit the subscribe button to become a member of the Bit Squad. That's what we call it. We love to engage with you. If you do, you've got the chance to win $500 in Bitcoin. We are doing a contest right now. You can get the description below. We're getting very close to the end of the contest. And if you're wondering what we're going to be giving away next, I've got something in the works. I'm not sure how quick it's going to be. I hope within the next few weeks. But our next giveaway is going to be absolutely epic. Now we may do one in the middle, is kind of a just something in the middle between our two big contests. But the next big contest, you guys are going to want to be part of it because it is going to be the biggest contest we've ever done by a long shot. So today we are doing Nano versus Litecoin versus Digibytes. So those are our three. They're store of value projects. And we're going to be looking at which one I would hodl, meaning which one I would hold long-term and just want to have it as a long-term investment. Which one I would trade, which would mean that I might want to take some advantage of some volatility and maybe get out of it if the price were to go up. And then which one I would dump, which obviously means which one I would dump. So these are all three pretty good projects. I think that they all three have their own merits, and facing other projects, maybe I would hodl all of them. But in this game, we got to make tough decisions. So let's go ahead and get right to it. So the project that I'm going to hodl is Nano. I'm a big believer in Nano. It's been hurt by the Rayblocks hack on BitGrail several months ago. That really, I think, impeded it from moving forward and also pushed it down lower than it had been before. It has been on a tear lately, up almost 100% over the last 7 days. I've been telling you guys for a while that was probably going to happen because the project has been just been too undervalued. And, you know, the community, I think, kind of was almost turning on itself there for a while because even though it's a good project, they had to be saying, what the heck, there must be something wrong with the marketing. I don't really know what it was that was pushing the price down so much further than a lot of the other projects. But the two things about Nano that separate it are it's no fees, and it's absolutely the fastest cryptocurrency out there. You can use their mobile app and actually send Nano to someone else who has the mobile app, and it takes literally a few seconds. I believe 2 seconds was the official test for the fastest transaction. I may have got that wrong, but I believe I saw that on a chart somewhere. But it is the fastest, no question about it. In a world of cryptocurrency where everyone is trying to be the fastest, Nano is blowing them away, so that's a huge advantage it has. And then also the fact that the transactions are feeless. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that. I think Nano is a big competitor to move up the charts. And I've honestly, as many people have been confused why it's been down for so long. But it was definitely one that I would hodl. I wish I would have got a chance to meet their CEO, I believe, was at the Voices of Blockchain conference. I didn't get a chance to. That's my big regret, is that I wasn't able to find him. When I was looking for him, I couldn't find him, and then he had a meetup, and it was the same time as somebody else's meetup. So unfortunately, I didn't get to. Definitely at the next conference he is at, I'm going to hook up with him. Not like that. I just mean for an interview. So, okay, guys, next we have which one I would trade. Now, out of these projects, the one I would trade is Digibytes. I like Digibytes. I think it's a good project. It was actually one of the first altcoins that I got into. And, of course, the price went up a lot, not as much as some other projects during the bull run. But the price did go way up for Digibyte. I was able to get some profits out of that. And so why would I choose to trade it? Well, the reason I would trade Digibytes is because I just feel like by watching the markets over the last couple of months that it just doesn't feel as strong of a bet to me as Nano. And when we look at it, you have to say it's one of Digibyte's things is it's very fast. Well, it can't be faster than Nano. Nano is the fastest one out there. So we may be splitting hairs a little bit with whether it takes 2 seconds or 8 seconds for a transaction. But to me, I believe that Nano is superior to Digibytes. But I still think Digibytes is a good project. And it's seen some very large swings over the last few months. Many days it would be the biggest gainer, other days it would be the biggest loser. And so that volatility within a project is good for trading. And so for that reason, I think Digibyte is a good bet to trade. So which one would I dump? Well, obviously, as always in the game, by the time we get to this point, you know which one. I'm going to say Litecoin. We've watched Litecoin not only drop in price over the last several months, but we've seen it lose position on CoinMarketCap. It was at one time number 3, I believe, and then it slipped down to number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7. I believe it's at number 8 now. It may possibly be at number 7. But, you know, the thing about this project is, you know, Charlie Lee is such a big name, and one advantage it does have is that it is on Coinbase. So that's obviously huge when the bull market starts back. That's where people will go and flock to buy cryptos, especially if more are added. But, you know, at the same time, even with the Coinbase listing, at first it ran up very high, but it has gone down over time. And I think that Charlie Lee has really done a disservice to Litecoin. And what I mean by that is, number one, he sold at the all-time high, showing he knew something everybody else didn't. And number two, he shills Bitcoin more than he shills his own coin. And to me, that's a problem. Not like, and I've made this example before, okay? The example is Coke and Pepsi. Like, obviously Coke is the best, right? I don't know, if you're from the north, maybe you guys have a lot of Pepsi up there. But to me, Coke is way better than Pepsi. It's more expensive if you own a restaurant and you want to use it. It's more exclusive. It's more widely used around the world, or drank, consumed, however you want to say it, around the world, sold. So Coke is obviously number one. There's no question about it. Now you may say, oh, I like Pepsi. It tastes good. Okay, your individual opinion is your individual opinion. But overall, almost everyone would agree that Coke is the bigger and better company. So the CEO of Pepsi knows that, right? The CEO of Pepsi knows that Coke is a better company than Pepsi. Now, they may be constantly trying to battle that and fight that to become number one, but he would be intellectually dishonest if he were to say Pepsi is a larger and better company and more well-known company than Coke. That would be asinine. So I would kind of look at it like this. If the CEO of Pepsi came out and said, guys, I know you want to use Pepsi, but make sure before you use Pepsi, you check out Coke's prices, because if you can afford those, that's a lot better to have. And so if you're in the Litecoin community, you have to feel like Charlie Lee is doing you a disservice. If that's your biggest bag, and he comes out and says, hey, buy a Bitcoin before you buy Litecoin, you know? And most people aren't going to be able to afford a Bitcoin, or even half of a Bitcoin, or even a quarter of a Bitcoin. But a Litecoin is obtainable for someone. So someone could buy, you know, 4 or 5 Litecoins and not even be able to buy a quarter of a Bitcoin. So with the psychology of a new investor, that's going to make sense to them. So there are a lot of people in Litecoin, I believe, that are in that position. And you have your CEO basically saying, hey, you like Litecoin, but go try Bitcoin first. And that just can't feel good if you're in the community. And I think for those reasons, the marketing aspects of it, the fact that I don't think it's differentiated itself enough as a store of value coin. If I said to you, hey, what separates Litecoin from Bitcoin or from any other store of value coin, I wonder what percentage of Litecoin investors would be able to tell me that. I believe it would probably be less than 50% for sure, probably less than 25%, honestly. So I think the Litecoin could have a future for the simple fact that it does have Charlie Lee behind it, who is a big name, despite, you know, my remarks on him, you know, shilling Bitcoin. And the Coinbase connection is still strong. So I don't know, maybe Litecoin will have something in the future that will help it to break free and move forward once again. But for now, it's been dropping. So for me, that was the easy decision. The harder decision would have been between Digibytes and Nano, not between Litecoin and any of the others. Because to me, right now, it's not an ideal time to get into Litecoin over the other coins. So everybody, thank you so much for watching the show today. I hope you agree with my picks. And if you don't, let me know. Drop me a comment down below and let me know which one you would hodl, which one you would trade, and which one you would dump. Also, big shout out to, I believe it was Crypto Squatch that gave me this, this idea last week for these 3 coins. You guys drop your ideas below for which ones you would like to see me do on this series. I know a lot of people like this series, and I want to keep it going, but I got to have fresh ideas. So you guys show your coins to me, and I will try to get them on the show. But if I dump your coin, please don't dislike the video. Hey, That's not right. Nobody should do that. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not a member of our community, make sure you do that. We call it the Bit Squad. Hit the subscribe button and also the bell for notifications. Until next time, BitBoy out.